Thanks for checking out the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to see your deck featured on the channel, hang out with me and the amazing BoshNRoll community on Discord, access to my lists and sideboard guides before tournaments, or book an individual coaching session, check out the Patreon and YouTube member links in the video description. Use the code BoshNRoll to get 10% off the best Magic apparel on the market at coalesceapparel.shop. If you want to play what I'm playing, use my affiliate link to order cards from tcgplayer.com, or play any deck, anytime, with a Magic Online loan account from cardhoarder.com. Thanks again for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome back once again to the BoshNRoll channel. Today, at the request of Patreon subscriber George, I am playing Burn, but with a big twist. Or should I say a big spin on Burn. This is Wheel of Misfortune Burn, which is basically just Burn. We got Goblin Guide, Monastery Swiftspear, Eidolon of the Great Revel, and a bunch of spells that deal 3 or more damage for 1 to 3 mana. The only big twist is this Wheel of Misfortune. The story here is that George was unimpressed with Exquisite Firecraft because spending 3 mana for 4 damage isn't that good of a rate compared to every other card in the deck, and it's just really bad against decks that don't have counterspells in them anyway, which is some chunk of the format. That makes sense to me. George just wanted something more exciting to do with 3 mana, and boy did he find it. Wheel of Misfortune. Let's read this one for those of you who are uninitiated, because it's freaking weird. 2 and a red, sorcery. Same cost as Wheel of Fortune. What's the catch? Each player secretly chooses a number, 0 or greater. Then all players reveal those numbers simultaneously and determine the highest and lowest numbers revealed in this way. That's worded this way because it's built for EDH. It came from Commander Legends, but there are only 2 players, so there's going to be 1 winner, 1 loser. Wheel of Misfortune deals damage equal to the highest number to each player who chose that number. So if you win the bidding, you're taking that. If you secretly said 5 and that was the highest number, you're taking 5. Each player who didn't choose the lowest number discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. So at a 4-person table, where this card is designed to be played, the game is to bet an amount of life that's not going to be the lowest, but not the highest, because 2 people are going to get a free hand of 7 cards. The person who bet the highest amount takes the damage, then everyone who didn't bet the lowest gets a new hand. In a 2-player game, it's literally just outbidding your opponent, and the fact that your deck is built to lower their life total. If they're like at 6 when you cast this card, you can just bet 6 and you're guaranteed to win and get a fresh 7 card hand. Like, this is pretty close to Wheel of Fortune. I mean, you're going to take damage along the way, but you should always win the bidding if the Burn deck is doing anything that it's supposed to be doing. It's not lost on me that I'm going to spend more time explaining what Wheel of Misfortune does than talking about the rest of the deck in this deck tech, but it's Burn. You've seen it. It's one of the first competitive archetypes ever in Magic the Gathering, and red deck wins, and Burn, and whatever flavor, whatever they're calling it, Sly, whatever the flavor of the year is, this deck is omnipresent and undeniable, and it's what we're playing today. Let's go cast some lightning bolts and hopefully resolve a couple Wheel of Misfortunes. I'm looking forward to this one. Let's do it. I'm on the draw in round 1. I have a turn 2 Eidolon, a bunch of burn spells, and the mana to cast them. We keep these around here. Let's see what my opponent wants to do. All right, interesting. So it is my reflex to want to remove Dragon's Rage Channeler, but I imagine it's the job of the Burn player to just faces the place. Lava Spike kind of makes this easy. Bang. I didn't really want to jam a removal spell into Daze, but Lava Spike, happy to just put that on the old dome piece. Taking 1, a paltry 1 damage for red mana. You even paying attention? You know what this is about. So, interesting thing here. If I Chain Lightning them, they can pay 2 to copy it. Does that mean I hold off, or does it mean I do it? Maybe I don't care. All right, whatever. If they don't fetch in response, I don't think they get priority to do so if this resolves. Like, they have to fetch in response. And I don't believe they get a Surveil here, because it simply is copied. They don't cast a copy. Yeah. And they didn't do it anyway. Cool. They must want to brainstorm or something with this mana. Yeah. Build a Wasteland. Yeah, good call. You're not going to find a target for that here. I have one non-basic land in my deck, and it can sacrifice itself to draw a card. I kept the Eidolon back because Daze is one of the better cards that they have, or at least the more efficient cards. And I don't want one of my best cards to get Daze. Eidolon's one of the best cards to have in play, and Daze is one of their best ways to answer anything. Oh, all those cards flying around, and they still don't have Delirium. I could die to Murktide here, though. So it's only a 4/4. Or it's a 5/5. It's base 3/3. That's right. I could go upstairs with Lightning Bolt now. I guess I'll test them on counter spells. They daze. Blowout. Alright. The problem is I was playing around Daze already with the Eidolon. And now that Murktide Region is in play, the incentives change. Like the race is a little different. But they do have a Force of Will. Pitching Daze. Alright, so they had lots of Dazes. I guess I'm just gonna go upstairs here again and hope that this Price of Progress lines up right. They're at 8. I know they have a non-basic in hand. I'm on a 3-turn clock. They're currently safe because I'm not doing anything. If they have a second Murktide here that grows the first one, I'm in trouble. Yeah, I think Murktide's about to outburn this burn deck. Spell? Alright, that's a spell. Just Rift Bolting, going straight upstairs. If they play a land this turn, I can pop them. They have Double Bolt or another Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 1. Okay. Play a land? Play a land? Or let me draw a spell? Oh, they forgot to attack? What the fuck? What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Or were they playing around a haste creature? If they were doing that, it was really smart because it worked. Yeah, they kept themselves at 5, didn't play a land. I'm just going to pass, see if I can trick them into playing a land. What a wise guy. The one fucking basic. Not even a fetch land for the basic. Alright. Murktide Regent doing what it does, just laughing at non-blue decks, or non-white decks, actually. Like, decks that can't kill this card are just... I was dealing 3 damage chunks to my opponent the entire game, and they're like, LOL, 10 damage chunk. Get out of here. Well, there's that. I believe Ensnaring Bridge has to be for this matchup. If it's not for this, what's it for? And Searing Blood is good against Delvers and sometimes DRCs. Pyroblast, I have to imagine, is only for really busted combo decks. Roiling Vortex is great against Daze and Force of Will. I think my priorities are Ensnaring Bridge, then Searing Blood, then Roiling Vortex, and the rest of these cards I'm probably not going to play. And killing Murktide Region is big, but like having a card in your deck that doesn't deal any damage. Oh no, are we going to do the classic BoshNRoll donation deck thing where I just cut the interesting card every time? This is just a 3-mana card against a deck with Daze in it. It's objectively bad, and as much as I want to feed the theme, I don't think I can here. I'm wondering if I want Roiling Vortex more than I want Searing Blood. Because if they can't Daze me without taking 5 and can't Force of Will, they dazed and Force of Willed 2 spells that game and then stabilized at functionally 1 because I could have popped them for 4. They did need both of those free counter spells to be alive. I think I'm going to prioritize Roiling Vortex over Searing Blood. Because Delver is the only creature you can reliably kill out of their deck with Searing Blood. If DRC gets Delirious, you're just in trouble anyway. Leyline shuts down Murktide and makes DRC never grow, but I'm not bringing in that many cards that don't deal damage. I should probably be shaving Rift Bolts rather than Skewers if I'm bringing in the thing that deals 5 to me when I cast Rift Bolt. Okay, I'll try it like this. It has a Vortex. Not pretty, though. I'm going to keep. Really wish we had a Goblin Guide to present here, but we don't. Fire Blast is powerful, though I'm going to take 5 from it if my Roiling Vortex resolves. Oh, snuck that Bauble in. I hope their deck plays 4 Baubles. Let me roil you. Not shuffle. They just bobbled me. Oh, that was a good one. I'm actually going to play Vortex first because they have to spend the counterspell on this or they have to take 5 from the Eidolon. Yeah. Fucking Daze, man. At least get around days on this one, but if they force it, they're at 18, and I'm just running out of gas. You don't have Hydroblast. Stop it. That's not a card in your deck. Okay. Okay, my Eidolon resolved. That's a start. They can lose 2 life to Lightning Bolt it, but at least it's 2 life. They could also just cast Murktide Regent right now and destroy me. Smart, they got that in when I don't have 2 red to send it back, because I definitely would. Here's Delver. Ugh. I think I'm just gonna skewer their face right now, where they'd have to force a will to get through it. Feel myself running out of gas, though. Not sticking a creature is really bad news. Delver flipped, revealing Brainstorm, and I'm just like very dead to Murktide. Brainstorm, that was killed off Delver. Another Delver. Likely to flip. Just brainstormed. Lightning Bolt. Pretty happy to see. I draw a card. Ooh, Goblin Guide. Nice. Right now, while it can get through, I'm going to get it through. And the top card is not going to be a land. I know that because they just put it there with Delver. Go to 11. If I bolt now, I'm just going to hold on to it. Take 6 to 11 myself. Tie game. They're also a Lightning Bolt deck, fortunately. I have so much mana that I'm like pretty okay waiting here. Goblin Guide just revealed Murktide Regent. Then they Lightning Bolt. Yep. Lava Spike you. I can get them to 1 again. I guess I have to kind of trick them into cracking a fetch land, or I just have to draw a burn spell. But the 6 cards in their hand with me dead on board, do I think 0 of them are Force of Will? Probably not. Might as well go for it here. We're not getting another turn. Okay. Oh. You have Force of Will. You do. You have 2 Force of Wills. Now you're at 4. Oh, you did have a Hydroblast, you sicko. Alright. Opponent was prepared for the matchup. I guess the rise of Red Prison makes that kind of a reasonable card, and the mirror match. Okie dokie, fine. Worked him down to a spot where he had a lethal spell that game at least, but Delver, fucked up deck. On to the next round. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the play for round 2. This time I have a creature. That's a good sign. Keeping it. They said they're a fan in the chat. Let's see if that's still true when I just get Taylor Swifty on them. Never miss a beat. Lightning on my feet. In for 1. Looted Delta. Okay. I can invest in Roiling Vortex now. I could Chain Lightning and Skewer. I could Rift Bolt. I think I want to Royal. That one is going to cause the most problems the longer it's in play. We're in there. Take 1 in their upkeep. That's one of the things this card does. Roiling Vortex, I guess I haven't read this one yet. 1 in a red. Enchantment, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player takes 1. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, that player takes 5. And red, your opponents can't gain life this turn. Just does everything you want. The Fire Blast is kind of rough with it, but hopefully my life total is better than theirs. The Rift Bolt also. Tough crowd. If they crack one of these fetch lands, I can skewer the critics. But I don't have any way to get skewer happening before combat. I'm just going to attack. Baleful Strix in the zone. That's a good card. I don't even want to suspend Rift Bolt. Do I want to take 5? So I guess. Yeah, fuck it. It's built into the deck. Let's do the thing. Shuffled away the Baleful Strix. Don't want that one. Black-green in the end step. Abrupt Decay. Alright, thanks. I needed that to go. I wonder if they're like a Aloran or something. Wow. Roiling Vortex shuts Aloran down. But this could be an Uro deck. Leo. Okay. Alright. Leo is mostly fine. Still annoying. They're going to get to draw a card when I Rift Bolted here. But at least it wasn't Uro. They get to draw a card. Swiftspear grows. Save them 3 life. But they might be dead anyway. Chain Lightning upstairs. Swiftspear grows. You are the critics with Spectacle. Already dead. Don't even need to show them the Fire Blast. Good stuff. Just a little burn curve. Actually stuck a creature this game. That's the difference between this game and last round, where we didn't have any repeating sources of damage. It was all in on the spells. And we came up one spell or 1 point short every time. Okay, we got a bug deck. May or may not have a Lauren in it, but definitely has Leovold in it. Searing Blood, pushing through Baleful Strixes is pretty cool. It doesn't kill Leo, though. Roiling Vortex just seems so sick all the time. Wheel of Misfortune is really bad against Leovold, but I'm going to leave it in. A slow bug control kind of deck, that's a place where we can enjoy our 3-mana sorcery. I think I'm just going to bring in more Vortexes, cut the Rift Bolts that hurt me with Vortex in play. So I think Skewer is a worse card. Maybe Price of Progress. We did see a lot of basic lands. Bug decks are not known for their ability to play tons of basics historically, but we did see them there. And they know what we're doing, so they're going to fetch them more aggressively. So I'm going to shape a pop, bring one of the Rift Bolts back in. Still a good thing to do on turn 1. And you can pay 3 mana for it later, if you don't want to take 5. All right. Keep Goblin Guide hands. Let's gobble. Field up, Ponder. And connected. All right, cool. We're in there. No Fatal Push today. They can Ponder to set up drawing a land off Goblin Guide if they have the... Oh, just nothing. Interesting. Right, I'm just going to attack. Feels like Abrupt Decay. Oh, Fatal Push on top. Party's over, little buddy. Let's hope they're not splashing for Teferi, because I am going deep on suspending these Rift Bolts. 2 of them are in suspend right now, and then another one in my hand. I drew all 3 of the Rift Bolts that are still in my deck. Ooh, shuffled away the Fatal Push. Not interested. It's a Coatl. Abrupt Decay, sure. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they were leaving up some 2-mana spell there. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were making sure that the Royal was not in play when they went for Uro. Alright, light them up like Christmas. 3 upstairs. Undid the first Uro. 3 more. Now I've actually dealt damage this turn. Swift Spear, happy to see you. And do I want to suspend another Rift Bolt, or do I want to spike and get in right now? Spike puts you to 9. Swift Spear puts you to 7. Fire Blast can put you to 2. Yeah, I think I want to suspend Rift Bolt, invest in the future. Do the most next turn. Ponder still in their hand. You need to get 3 cards in the graveyard to escape Uro. That's going to be tough to do. If I draw a land, I can deploy my whole hand next turn. And if I don't draw a land, it means I drew a spell. Do not shuffle the Ponder. We saw Basic Swamp game 1. We know they have one, and the Verdant Catacombs can turn into it if it needs to. Okay, we passed the turn. Left up 3 mana. Can't imagine that means they just have nothing. Come on, land. Nice. Spike. Play my land first in case they have like Spell Pierce or some shit. Alright, I can spew my hand this turn. And this 3/4 Swift Spear is ready to take a chunk. Here she comes. Gonna pop. Gonna play all of these spells before combat damage, because Swift Spear is 5 by herself if they just have 2 counter spells but no removal. Okay. Swift Spear has 5 power right now, or it will when these things resolve. If they fetch and have a removal spell, that's exactly 5. If they only have counter spell, that's 5 from the Swift Spear. Okay, and we did it. Got through the bug, just throwing burn at their face. 1 on the map, let's go. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. Tragic, no lander, had the wheel, but got a mulligan this one. Okay, here we are. Gonna put one of the Fire Blasts on the bottom. I'm not gonna have 4 mountains this game. At least I hope I'm not. A Plains, okay. My opponent also mulliganed, and they played Plains. Alia is kind of rough on burn, but I mean, I'm still casting spells. We're good. Baracus. Oh, Stoneforge Mystic. Are we getting Batterskull or Cauldra? And does that matter? Do I just Chain Lightning no matter what? Umazawa's Jete. Okay. That takes a lot of mana to get up and running. Can I defeat my opponent before this is relevant? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. No creature coming in is a pretty big pain. Giving up Chain Lightning would hurt, but I think I want to go face. Chain Lightning is the thing in my hand that can reasonably kill a creature. Okay. Missing a land drop. Come on, Lightning Bolt. Just actual Lightning Bolt. Oh no. I'm probably about to lose to Umezawa's Jitte. Maybe they'll play scared of Lightning Bolt and like not do it, but alright, there it is. I guess I have to Fire Blast the creature if they just equip and attack. Okay, I'll at least get some damage out of the deal. Esper Sentinel, gross. I can still pay the toll for that. Whipped there, okay. Another creature to hold the weapon kind of sucks. And I have to Fire Blast this because it's going to gain 4 life, and it's like the same thing as if I just don't Fire Blast it. I would like to pay the 1 to prevent this. That dies, and I Price of Progress. Put you to 7, and hope to find an answer to this Esper Sentinel. Yep. I can't get ahead of the Jitte here. Just no repeatable source of damage. Once again, a hand with just spells in it, not good enough. Could have Chain Lightninged the Stoneforge Mystic, but then they're at 10 and Urza Saga is going to start dropping things. That just wasn't the route to victory. Smash to Smithereens, hell yeah. They even have Esper Sentinel on top of the other shit. Searing Blood, this is what this is for. Roiling Vortex, stopping life gain does matter. I'm not huge on Price of Progress. They have non-basics in their deck, but not enough of them that I'm really gonna get paid as much as I want to off of that. They don't really have free spells, but shutting down life gain does matter. Vortex is kind of tricky in that regard. But how are they gaining life if I'm smashing them to smithereens? A Solitude or Plow Your Own Creature are lines they can take. Bummer. I have to cut one of the wheels. And I think, looking at Riftbolt again, this deck is just so tight. Sideboarding is actually kind of tough. I mean, the obvious answer is Wheel of Misfortune, but I'm leaving at least one in, if I can. Skewer and Riftbolt can both destroy creatures, which I care about. I never want to draw 2 Fire Blasts, but like, it is one of the most important cards to have one of. Alright, I guess I'm going to shave one of those. Burn players, let me know if shaving a Fire Blast is ever defensible, or if that card is just so good, and you want it so often that you have to play 4. Okay, big creature curve, and an actual removal spell. In there with Goblin Guide. Paradise Mantle, what the fuck? Okay. This is not just regular Death and Taxes. There's much more going on. Oh no. The Paradise Mantle. Oh, we're playing against Hammer? Okay. Curious. I think I have to just Chain Lightning this creature, right? As much as I would love to put this Eidolon into play, like if you show me Paradise Mantle and Colossus Hammer and Mox Opal, I'm going to take out your artifact creature. Cranial Plating, my god. Alright. Smash and Smithereens better than I thought it was going to be. Steel Pally is here. And it's going to be able to pick up... Oh god. Oh god. What a nightmare this has become. Oh my god. This is like a burn deck that is actually a combo deck. Smash the Smithereens off the top. Okay. It's a 12-12. I'm not dead to that directly. They would have taken 6 if I had played Eidolon last turn, but they would also have attacked for 11. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to Lava Spike and cast Eidolon and then wait. If they play the Cranial Plating, like if they just rip through the deck with cheap artifacts, they need like Flying or Lifelink to really change the clock here. Steel Shaper's Gift. If they just get Shadow Spear, we're dead. Yep. All right. Not beating that. Okay. I was ready to play against Death and Taxes there. I probably would have mulliganed more aggressively if I thought they were doing this. And following up with the Pure Steel Pally when their hand was what it was just completely fucked. I was ready to beat the Esper Sentinel too. Yikes! Tough matchup that I've never seen before in this format. I'm on the draw for round 4, and not only is my hand good, but it has the wheel in it. Please, let's go. I hope we get there. Island Preordain. Alright, combo deck of some kind. If your blue deck has Preordain in it, and it's not a Yorion deck, I am putting you on combo. 10 out of 10. The good news is Eidolon's in my hand. The bad news is you might just be dead. Did you stack your Preordain? Ponder on top. It's hard to stack Preordain to pay out a Goblin Guide. I mean, they didn't know we're on burn. They wouldn't have done that anyway, but you need to keep both. So, like, if you top bottom or bottom bottom, then you don't know your top card anyway. Ponder chose to shuffle. Cool. Squirm. Squirm. Attack with Goblin Guide first. Brainstorm on top. And it's Eidolon time. Let's go. This is exactly the way that I don't want my burn opponent to ever spend 2 mana when I'm on a blue deck, especially a blue combo deck. If they have a counterspell, I expect to see it here. Wow, straight up conceded to turn 2 Eidolon. They don't want me to know what their deck is. That's what's going on over there. I think they were really scared of the Wheel of Misfortune. They could feel that it was coming. I'm going to count that as a Wheel of Misfortune win. Okay, the Pyroblasts come in. I'm getting like show and tell vibes from them. They had a lot of blue mana, a lot of blue cantrips. We saw exclusively blue cards. And I probably want Roiling Vortex against most combo decks. If there's a Lotus Petal anywhere in your deck, I would like to punish you for it. Price of Progress probably going to be bad here. And I'm leaving the wheels in. I'm determined. Maybe Rift Bolt. Just always beating up on poor little Rift Bolt. Okay, let's go. Uh-oh. We got a 1-lander on the draw. There are 18 lands in my deck. 53 cards. 18, 36, 54. So just better than 1 and 3 cards in my deck is a land right now. They stone cold conceded to Eidolon last game, and I have 2 of them. I'm going to keep. Let's go. And I have Wheel of Misfortune. Snap keep. Island. Wow. Just turn 1 Brainstorm. Fascinating. Are they that worried about Pyroblast? Or do they have the potential to turn 1 me here? What's the angle of this turn 1 Brainstorm? Oh, now I actually have Pyroblast. Well, Swiftspear get in there, then we'll think about holding a Pyroblast once they're representing 3 mana. Bayou, interesting. Alright. I was not expecting that. My thoughts are getting seized. They can't take the Eidolon because I have 2. I mean, they can take 1, but I have 2. And they're going to be really disappointed when I draw my land and slam Eidolon next turn, which is 100% going to happen. Come on, please, deck. Quick Chain Lightning. Okay. LED. Shit. Oh, you're just actual Storm. Just Ad Nauseam Tendrils. Yeah, basic Island, Bayou, and Lion's Eye Diamonds. Oh, they brainstormed a card to the top of their deck last turn. If they hold priority, sack their LEDs, and then ponder into Past in Flames or Ad Nauseam right now, like, that's a line. They didn't leave black floating, so they must be going for Past in Flames. But is Past in Flames even good here? You just like, oh, empty. All right, making 10 gobos. Yeah, that's good. Sure. All right, yeah, that checks out. Probably not beating that. I'm on land. That's my only start. All right, that's how this begins. I guess I'm not the beatdown though. Probably gonna get locked out by my own Eidolon here. Yeah, I don't have a sweeper in the deck. There's nothing here. I'm gonna take 8, then take 6, take 4, go to 12, then I go to 6, then I go to 2. Where does a second Eidolon roll into that? All right, so this is just arithmetic, which I am not good at least not doing quickly. But let's work through this together. If I don't play Eidolon, they attack me to 6 life, and they have 6 goblins left. Then they attack me to 2 life, and they have 4 goblins left, which is enough to kill me. If I play Eidolon, I go to 10 now, and I take 5 next turn down to 5, and they have 5 goblins left. Then I block 3 goblins on the following turn, I go to 3, and they have 2 goblins left. Oh, this is actually, yeah, this rules. All right, Eidolon, get in. Okay. If I did this correctly, which I hope I did, because it's embarrassingly simple math. Block, block, block. I go to 5. Okay, that's the turn. Then I block, 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 go to 2, and then I can start attacking. And I have 2 Eidolons in place, so if they start casting spells, they're gonna get lit up. And I guess something as simple as like Chain of Vapor flips the race. Does it though? Does that 1 extra turn of blocking stabilize me? Like, even if they Abrupt Decay, I block 2 of these, go to 2, then I block 2 of them, go to 1, and then I'm stable at 1. All right, this game is getting weird and scrappy. Oh, they just did the math and realized they can't attack. I love that. Don't know what I'm going to do about it, but I do love it. What happens if I attack with Swift Spear? I just lose. All right. I think us just farting around forever favors them. Because I did take those big chunks. I don't get to like really cast spells. If I cast 2 spells, I lose. But how are they going to get through this? They need like Echoing Truth. And I could counter that, go to 1, but then I die. Frozen in combat forever. Do I go to... Nope, can't go to 1. Literally dead if I do that. Yeah, I don't know how this game works. It has to favor them, but like neither of us can actually do anything right now. What do I have that can break through this? Fire Blast? Yeah, it's hitting my land drops and casting Fire Blast is what can get me through this. That's my only spell that costs more than 3. Oh, speaking of, there you are. Okay. Just draw going. Yeah, hitting land drops is good. Hitting land drops, picking up multiple Fire Blasts. Kind of where I need to be. Storm with 6 cards in hand is scary, but like, they take a lot of damage if they cast those spells. I believe it's time to just go to discard. What happens if I attack with one of these Eidolons? They just attack back, then I can't cast any spells ever. If I attack and you don't block, you go to 14. And then you attack me, I block 2 of them. I go to 2. And then I attack you for 2, 4, 6, 10. That's not enough. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to clean up. Discarding Wheel of Misfortune. I'm so sad about that. I kind of need them to just like get greedy, cast some spells, and then like die to Fire Blast, do the math, and then be wrong. I'm just going to discard again. Nothing has really changed here. They'll draw go. Now they're going to discard. It's going to deck first. They are. Yeah, punished by your cantrips. Discard Chain Lightnings. I guess Lava Spike's worse than Chain Lightning, though. Their deck can make red mana with like a Lion's Eye Diamond. Discarding Brainstorm. Probably discard this Swift Spear, though Lava Spike I think is worse. Where that's going to be discarded. Yeah, I would like to hit land drops, or I would rather find a second Fire Blast and then hit land drops, because I have the 4, the magic number. Another Wheel of Misfortune, disappointing. I'm going to discard Monastery Swift Spear on principle. Keep this wheel around. They're all equally uncastable. I was ready to set a BoshNRoll record of fastest league I've ever recorded, but this game has certainly taken a turn for the weird. I don't have to go to discard. Count it. In attacking me to 2 is really bad. Like, if at any point they find their tendrils, they can just attack me to 2, and then like Lotus Petal, take 4 to 12 tendrils. I'm dead. And tendrils does not trigger my Eidolons. And even doing something like Fire Blasting a Goblin token to keep my life total higher wouldn't work, because that would be Storm for tendrils. All right, land drop. 3 Fire Blasts are represented right now. Verifying they're all in my deck. Yep, didn't cut any of those. Starting another Dark Ritual. All right, that's enough mountains. Now I can start drawing Fire Blasts. I do get 1 spell, though. So if they... And they are... Their life total is a multiple of 4, but not of 3. So I would need another way to deal 4 damage to... Or the math is exciting. All right. Sorry, Wheel of Misfortune. I tried, buddy. That is just not where this game is going. All right. 8 mountains in play. I can hard cast Fire Blast now. Go upstairs. I guess I could have done that 2 turns ago, but now I am consciously aware of it. Third Eidolon. What does that do? Puts me to 1 and then I lose? So now I can hard cast Fire Blast. If I play Eidolon, I go to 1. They attack with all their creatures, I can Fire Blast one of them, and then I'm just the only person with anything in play. Being at 1 is risky AF, just literally dead to tendrils. Do I think I'm winning the game as it currently stands? Maybe. I'm going to discard Chain Lightning. I could be just cracking off these Fire Blasts, or this Fire Blast, keep me from going to discard. But I kind of want it to be a surprise. Like, I want them to make a false move when they're in danger of decking and then just die. If they can see it coming, I don't know if Fire Blast is on their radar, but I don't want it to be. They found the 4th mana. Now they can Tendrils just to drain 2 life, which might be game breaking actually. Yeah, I think the ability to cast 1 spell is better than having a 4th creature in play right now. I'm halfway through my deck and I've only found 1/4 of my Fire Blasts. Come on, math, catch up here. I have found most of my mountains. So many. And we're just draw, go, discard again. 11 mountains in play. World record for number of mountains in play in a matchup with Burn where I might actually still have a chance. I can almost hardcast 2 Fire Blasts. Now I can hardcast 2 Fire Blasts. Hell yeah. Ready to party as soon as I find the 2nd Fire Blast. That is. Discarded another Dark Ritual. Lava Spike. I believe I will be discarding that Lava Spike here. I'm going to discard Swift Spear. Maybe I should discard Eidolon. Yeah, I'm actually going to hold on to the Swift Spear. If they make a false move that isn't lethal, I want haste creatures. I want to be able to punish very quickly. That's why I've held on to all these instants. Riftbolt. No love there. I'll be discarding that. Finding the 2nd Fire Blast would just make me so comfortable. Yeah, not playing that one. Casting it puts me to 1, then it kills me in my own upkeep. I will happily discard that card forever. Just keep going to clean up, discarding Lotus Petals and shit. Another Eidolon. I'll be discarding that. Come on, Fire Blasts. We got 3 of them in the bottom 22 cards of the deck. Goblin Guide. I'll discard that. Swift Spear is better than that. I can probably safely live without all these Pyroblasts at this point, but holding on to them. At least for now. Discarded an Abrupt Decay, so they're not going to try to punch through the Eidolon. At least not in that fashion. It's turn 34 in the Storm versus Burn matchup. Something has gone horribly awry here. I'm on Fire Blast. More than 2/3 of the way through my deck now, and sitting here on 1/4 of my Fire Blast. A mountain, hell yeah. Well, I'll be discarding that. I imagine the cards in their hand must be able to kill me. They're just trying to be really careful. And I hope that, every turn that they're careful about just killing me with tendrils makes it more likely that I draw the cards I need to actually beat that. Oh, come on. 16 cards remaining in my deck here. The second they cast a spell, I lose. As soon as they decide it's time to go for it, I'm in trouble. If they have the win, it's only a matter of time they figure out that it's not getting better for them to wait. I can currently deal 7 damage before I lose, and presumably a spell they cast would deal 4 to them, so that's 11. Even another Fire Blast only gets me up to 15. All right, I'm getting another draw step. They took a long time to think that turn. They're starting to do the math themselves, really figure out when it's time to go and when it's time to wait. Oh, come on. Getting another turn. It's now turn 40, or 39. 14 cards left in my deck. 3 of them are Fire Blast. What the fuck? I do have enough instants that if they try to, Echoing Truths in my Eidolons, I can kill them after that resolves. They go to 12 from that, and then I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 damage in my hand. Okay. They're still passing the turn. I don't know what's going on over there. Fire Blast, please. Oh my god. I am almost out of lands. There's 16 lands in play. They are under 10 cards in their deck at this point. Come on, you fuck. Our Goblin Guide. Oh, we got to pause in the attack step. If it's time to attack, that means they have it. Yeah, just keep giving me time, honestly. Every draw step is a big one. Just discarded Peer into the Abyss. That's interesting. I guess they have not been making land drops. They've been discarding lands, probably playing around Price of Progress. Clean up again. Fire Blast. Jesus. Under 10 cards in my deck. 3 of them are Fire Blast. 1/3 of my deck is Fire Blast right now. Just having the other one in my hand would be everything I need right now. Just let me be comfortable. Let me find some comfort in this weird world we live in. Discarded Chain of Vapor. Oh my god. All 18 mountains in my deck are in play right now. And I found all of them before I found the Fiery Islet, which would be another look at Fire Blast. So 8 cards in my deck. 3 of them are Fire Blast. 1 of them's Fiery Islet. My god, come on, come on. Alright, I'm going to discard one of these Pyroblasts now. Or maybe it's just Swiftspear. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm discarding Swiftspear. Fuck it. They have 4 cards left in their deck. They're going to deck before I am. They're going to have to do something soon. They might wait till literally the last card. Okay, good. Found another Fire Blast. Got that going for me now. I'm going to discard one of the Pyroblasts now. I can hardcast both of these Fire Blasts. If I find the 3rd Fire Blast, it's going to be hard to lose. Okay, there's Fiery Islet. I'm just going to float that in play. For now. Every land in my deck is currently in play. Achievement unlocked. This is going to be a banger Twitter screenshot regardless. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to cast one of the Fire Blasts. Or, no. Am I going to do that? No. I don't want them to get jumpy. And actually kill me if they can. Come on, 3rd Fire Blast. Roiling Vortex. That's bad for me. I'm going to discard Goblin Guide and Vortex. They're on their last card in their deck. Like, next turn is when they have to operate if they don't do it this turn. Right, they've made their attack. This attack is going to put me to 3 life, which is out of Tendrils range. Okay. I guess they can, like, just Tendrils me to 1. That doesn't do it, though. Anything they cast that would build Storm. Now I don't get a spell, though. Yeah, if they, like, Lotus Petal Tendrils, I lose. And it's because 2 of my last 3 cards in my deck are Fire Blast. There's Petal. I hope they get greedy, but they've played this game in a way that I don't believe they will. God, what the fuck, deck? Alright, so I can Fire Blast you to 4, and because 2 of the last 3 cards in my deck are the other 2 Fire Blasts, yeah, I would have won this game if I found a Fire Blast, but okay. Yeah, I don't get a spell anymore, and it doesn't matter. Fuck. Somebody run the numbers on that one for me. I feel like, I mean, that game was super weird, and I feel like they probably could have done that 100 turns ago. Unfortunate. All right, now we're on the play for game 3. I don't think anything that's not in the deck is going to go in the deck at this point. Like, I never really want to wheel a Storm opponent. I could bring in Leylines just as more stuff, but I'm going back in. I have my Eidolons, I have my Roiling Vortexes. Let's go. Oh, that would have been the best game to win at the end of all that. Okay, no Eidolon here, but a hand full of fire. I'm going to keep and hope that they have kind of a slow one on the back of, like, Thoughtseize, and then just fucking die. But I don't know. Like, I don't have anything I can do on turn 1 anyway. There's no Mindbreak Trap. I didn't bring in Leyline. I think just presenting powerful amounts of damage is a reasonable place to be. A mull to 5. I wonder if there is any consideration to, like, leading on Swiftspear instead of Goblin Guide. Like, I want to maximize damage, but drawing them a card when they just mulled feels real bad. Okay, Thoughtseize is a card I'm happy for them to have, because I don't have the 2-drop, and this might incentivize them to spend a turn fighting the 2-drop. Like, if they Thoughtseize me here, all the cards in my hand would just deal 2 damage anyway. Like, they gain 1 life off of Lightning Bolt or whatever. but they waste time. And now if I rip the Eidolon or the Royal, that's the safest place for it to be, is the top of my deck. Quick Swiss Spear, okay. Oh, call the police. Call the police. Yeah, I'm just main phasing it. Fuck it. I'll let you know. Nice Lotus Petal. Probably just gonna lose anyway. Just talking trash and then die. They just like Chain of Vapor and then combo off. I deserve it. Another one. Huh. That plays around Chain of Vapor and Abrupt Decay. Yeah, I'm going in. And the fact that I didn't play my other Goblin Guide or any of my burn spells should be of concern to them. Ponder on top of the deck. Fetching, they don't want Ponder. They're probably going to Abrupt Decay my Roiling Vortex. Oh wow, they Abrupt Decayed Goblin Guide. Fascinating. I would not have thought that's the card they're worried about. Like, I know there's a Lotus Petal in that hand, though. If you cast it, you're dead. At 9, any 0-cost card, or a card that doesn't... you don't spend mana on, kills you. Ponder, okay. Ponder can set up lands to hit off Goblin Guide that they know I have. They chose to shuffle, though. Getting Vortexed. Let land go at the end of all that. Oh my god. You ever get Thoughtseize, then just rip the 3 cards that you would love off the top? I think this is just the universe making up for the bottom 3 cards in my deck being Fire Blast last game. Okay, I'm gonna attack. Put them to 5. And then Lava Spike puts them to dead on their upkeep, or I could just Lightning Bolt. And I have enough life to work through the Eidolon just fine. Alright, that was a weird way to spend 30 minutes, but I'm glad that match was on camera. What the fuck? On to the final round. Everybody, look at this interaction that came from my screenshot. I screenshotted that crazy board state, the turn 50 situation, and Teeth of Bow replied, the opponent's about to deck, they go to play a spell, you Fire Blast both your own Eidolons and shoot them with the 4 bolts. They were at 12 when they stabilized, or when they tendrils me. That line would have worked. I actually had it, and oh, wow. Magic is such a cool game. I missed it, but awesome. Shout out to T for figuring that out. This is why you share screenshots, talk to people about games you play. Sometimes you just miss stuff. Like, it never for 1 second occurred to me to light up my own Eidolons. Incredible. GG's opponent, and another shout out to T for figuring this out. On to the next round. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. Final round, playing for the positive record. Let's hope this one's not as weird as the last one. I'm going to keep this perfectly good burn hand. We're running out of chances to cast Wheel of Misfortune, though. I'm disappointed in that. Maybe it'll show up. But I have Swift Spear into Eidolon on the play right now. That's usually a good place to be. Opponent's on a mull to 5. That isn't necessarily good for me, because if they are like oops all spells or some shit, they're going to know they're safe to operate. Swift Spear, here we go. Moment of Truth. Degenerate combo or unlucky on that mull to 5. Where's the Saga? Okay. Oh no, they're going to get all this in under my Eidolon. You have Emery? No, alright. Probably still want to Eidolon here. Yeah, like, I'm a little worried about these Urza Saga tokens just arriving and being bigger than my creatures. But they'll be 3/3s. I guess if they have Seed of the Synod, that won't be true. No, it will depend on if this Urza Saga can get off the ground and be bigger than Lightning Bolt. Ancient Tomb, that's a dangerous card to tap. Ooh, once you pop, the fun don't stop. Alright, fuck my life total. We're going in. Attack with my creatures. If they make a construct, I'm going to Lightning Bolt it. It's a 3/3. Now is the time. If they don't make a construct, I'm going to bolt their face. Oh, maybe I should hold out. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Oh, yeah, if they get Shadow Spear. Yeah, I should probably just save my Lightning Bolts. Make sure they don't equip a Shadow Spear to anything ever. Tough beat that their only land is Ancient Tomb. Lightning Bolt this thing on the way through. That's worth the same 3 damage as bolting their face would be, because Swift Spear triggers and it lets Eidolon connect. Okay, you're at 8. Getting Swift Spear, or getting Shadow Spear doesn't matter if you don't have a creature to hold it. Here's this. I'm going to bolt it while it's still a 3/3. I think I'm going to do better. And like, their deck's full of affinity cards. They have Force of Will here and a mana source. That's rough. Oh no, they're tapping mana. But they're just floating blue because they're about to lose their artifact. That makes sense. Deal. Deal, deal, deal. They're at 6 with only Ancient Tomb and Mox Opal for mana. Eidolon's in play. Price of Progress is good for 2 here. Yes, 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 yes. Go to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't quite Kappa Cannoneer. They would have played Psy. They can't play Psy. Oh, you're just dying. Oh, they're going to Kappa Cannoneer as the last card in hand and then try to suit up with Shadow Spear next turn. Oh, okay. Thought Monitor. All right, all right, all right. They're dead to Price of Progress. They need to find another mana which would kill them because they've already made their land drop. All right. I just get to Price of Progress and attack and they're dead. Either way. Yeah. Bobble me, look at the Price of Progress in my hand. Good idea. And scooped it up. Went a little too hard on that Thought Monitor, but I don't think they were winning that game anyway. Mash to Smithereens is good. Pyroblast is a maybe. Roiling Vortex is definitely good. Their deck's full of zeros. Chalice of the Void is a thing that they have. Is this an Ensnaring Bridge matchup? It might be. They have Otawara that can bounce Ensnaring Bridge, but otherwise their deck exists to attack. Okay, friends. I am sorry to say it, but I am going to board out the wheel for the final round. I left it in a number of spots that I shouldn't, and I would have liked to cast it once this league, but we have a positive record on the line, and I'm going to do everything I can to actually win. I think that, George, like, this isn't like some goofball combo deck. It's a very real normal deck with a different chosen 3-drop. That's just 2 cards. Like, I think George would appreciate me going for the win rather than committing to the meme. Pyroblast could take out a Kappa or something that would be troublesome to me, but I think that that's not really where I'm trying to be here. My options are cut something like Lava Spike to insulate against Chalice, or cut something like Skewer because it's just awkward and costs a lot. Or I could continue beating up on Rift Bolts per the usual, because that's pretty bad with Roiling Vortex. Searing Blood does hit Emery, doesn't hit Psy, does hit the... maybe I do want Searing Blood. Emery is really good. But a lot of their creatures arrive as 3/3s. Alright, sorry Riftbolt. I'm trying Searing Blood. So if I'm bringing in a card to answer Emery, Pyroblast is probably a better one, but Searing Blood has a chance to deal damage. I don't know what's going on right now. Ensnaring Bridge, bring me home. Mash to Smithereens. Insane card. 1 land, but I'm on the draw, and I have a Goblin Guide. We're keeping. Please don't turn 1 Chalice me. Bobble, okay. Another, oh no, Opal. Alright, there's not a 3rd artifact yet. This isn't Chalice mana. It's not Emery mana either. Urza Saga is a lot of things, but it's not an artifact. I think Needle. I mean, what? I mean, this turns on Mox Opal and lets them cast Emery, but that's the only thing this really is going to do. Name Fiery Islet that you didn't see game 1. Name Roiling Vortex. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So they can still gain life, but they do get pinged by their free spells. I'm going in on Goblin Guide here. I think the damage could matter. The 1 extra point. Well, there's the Emery. If you didn't have it before, you do now. Though, dropping Emery or activating Urza Saga might be a choice they have to make. And these tokens are arriving as 4/4s. Chalice on 1. Yikes. And Emery as well. Wow. Alright. Good shit for them. Bad shit for me. And because they have the Emery, my Smash isn't even gonna get me through this. Don't get me wrong, deck. I still want the land. Oh no. I can probably safely concede this game. Another Chalice on top. Fuck. Alright, I'm dead. This is not a preemptive concession. Like, I'm literally just dead. They get to make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 construct. It becomes a 5/5 construct when they tutor up Shadow Spear. And then they get to cast Mishra's Bauble from the graveyard, and it's a 6/6 lifelink, and I just missed a land drop. So, nope. We are done. Do I want the Pyroblast? Like, the only thing that could have saved me there was Ensnaring Bridge, and I had 7 cards in my hand because I was missing land drops. I had neither the bridge nor the mana to cast it in the time it would take them to be unkillable. I don't think my sideboard and changes. Yeah, Pyroblast just doesn't look good. I have a lot of ways to kill Emery already. Just got to cast my spells. Okay, this is the heater. I'm going to keep it. It will depend entirely on how nuts their turn 1 is. There's Vortex and Eidolon backing up a 1-drop with Fire Blast to go upstairs at the top end. This is the type of hand you play Burn to see. There's a Saga, Mox Opal, versus Bauble, Shadow Spear, just raw dogging that. I have the Vortex that can stop Shadow Spear from gaining life at least. Bobbled me seeing the Vortex. The Bauble turns off the Opal. Okay. I think I want to Eidolon first. Or does that even make sense? No, I mean, to get this Mox Opal back on, they're going to have to take some pain. Like, Seed of the Synod is the only thing. All right, Force of Will. That plays. Force of Negation, pitching Force of Will. Getting rid of my Vortex. That's pretty good. I can Fire Blast a pretty large construct if I need to just get through. Oh, they had the Seed of the Synod anyway. This thing is arriving as a 4/4. That sucks ass. That is the wrong number for me and my interests. Yeah, please do something other than make a 4/4. Cool. Chalice is annoying, but like not the worst thing that could have happened there. I guess I should still cast my Lava Spike to get the extra damage off Swift Spear. Countered, but Prowess still good. Do that first, and then Eidolon can drop in. Get in for 2. And they spent the turn playing Chalice, so if they make a... Oh, it'll be a 5/5 because of the Chalice. Damn it. This was a 4/4. I would Fire Blast it beyond my way, but it's not. I'm in trouble. I need to draw a Smash to Smithereens, like, immediately. If Lotus Petal and Urza Saga, they can equip the Shadow Spear immediately if they want to. That is what happened. Oh, wait. Did I just miss a... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. For a second there, I was like, oh shit, was there a moment when Lotus Petal was out of play that it was a 4/4? No, there was not. Smash to Smithereens off the top is a game winner. Smash to Smithereens! Oh, Searing Blood. Does that work? It's not pretty, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I just attack, then I lose. All right. Yeah, no, the second Saga is just going to load them up too. Yeah, if this was the last creature they had, I could just trade like my board and hand to remove it. Okay, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is enough. And I'm going to have to, or 3, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, I think I have to make the trade with this. God, this sucks. Fire Blast, this construct. Oh, this isn't even going to work because I need to Searing Blood. Oh, when that creature dies this turn. No, that does work. All right, never mind. I thought Searing Blood for a second there only dealt damage to the player if it died immediately, which is not the case. I'm still taking 6 this turn, and they're gaining 9. Okay, you're at 19 with a 7/7 ready to have lifelink and Chalice, and I can't even cast the thing if I find it. Yeah, Alright, I'm ready to concede this one. There's no Meltdown in this deck, nothing specifically for this matchup. This match to Smithereens would have been good last turn, but the second Urza Saga, all of their lands just passively pumping the constructs, even like basic island stabilizes that game because the first construct would have been 4/4 on arrival instead of 5/5. Okay, yeah. Got out-muscled by the powerful cards in Legacy a number of times there. We beat some decks, and we lost to some others. Like, that kind of feels like the Burn experience to me. There is a lot going on with the sideboard, like, what do you cut, and why, and you bring in Pyroblast against any blue deck or just blue decks that can kill you immediately, like Show and Tell. It's trickier than it looks, but the reality is that consistently dealing 3 damage with the cards in your hand versus like Tendrils of Agony or Urktide Regent or Urza Saga tutoring up Shadow Spear, like that, all that kind of shit is just devastating. And it's tough to beat Burn. We did beat the Uro deck we played against, so count that one. We also played a 50-turn game where we had every land in the deck in play, and we almost won it too. Unfortunately, Wheel of Misfortune never came up. I left it in the deck. I didn't sideboard it out a number of times when I should have, because I just wanted to try to cast it. Never paid out. The one time it was in my hand, my opponent conceded before I got to cast it. It's just like a thing on the edge that is cool sometimes, and it just didn't come up in a 5-match set, which is not unsurprising. Or is not surprising. Not unsurprising. It's not unsurprising. Did we circle back to it's not a surprise? I don't know. Cool card, never came up. The rest of this is it's Burn. And I feel like maybe, I was about to say maybe I want like a second Horizon land, but at the same time, Fireblast is one of the more important cards in the deck. I don't know. You could play fetch lands to like have more, like fetch lands give you like pseudo lands in your opening hand, but make it less likely that you'll draw lands later. Fetch lands are generally in Searing Blaze versions of the deck, and your life total is not free, is the thing. So like, if you just play 8 Horizon lands, if you just play like the red-white one and the 4 Fiery Islets, and you take damage every time you cast a spell, you might lose games just to Delver. You might just get raced. I mean, we lost games in a straight race to Delver when we had nothing but basic mountains. And fetch lands open you up to like Stifle or taking that extra damage. Like it's just not free in the way that just 18 basic mountains let's go is, but there is gain when you pay the cost of your life total or opening yourself up to cards that you normally don't care about. So there's give and take there. I don't have the nuances in the Burn red deck wins expertise headspace to know if you're supposed to just like put 4 fetch lands in this deck, or maybe you're supposed to put 10 fetch lands in the deck. I don't know, but it's a thing you can do. Anyway, that was Burn. Most of the matchups were close. Even the one, like win and loss, they were all close, just sort of flying by the skin of your ass, throwing fire around, and some of them you win, some of them you lose. Sometimes you get to make interesting decisions, sometimes you don't. Sequencing matters a lot, sideboarding matters a lot. If I made a sequencing error, like if you're a Burn expert and you saw like a game where I played like Goblin Guide instead of Swiftspear or something, where Swiftspear actually would have dealt more damage over the course of the game than Goblin Guide did, like please point it out, because that's the kind of stuff I'm not intuitively aware of, and it's hard to see when you're in the moment, and like I'm not digesting these games like 4 turns out, like, oh, the Swiftspear would have triggered 6 times, making it deal more damage. You know, I'm not doing that. If you are doing that, let me know. It's cool stuff, and having that sort of analysis in the comments is helpful. I'm signing off now. George, thank you for submitting Burn to the channel. Sorry we never got to cast Wheel of Misfortune. You know I tried. Everyone else, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out coalesceapparel.shop. Check out my Patreon. All that stuff. Links are in the video description, and I'll see you for the next one.